Welcome to the Odds Brothers Podcast, coming to you from the Bentley Sportsbook inside the new Southland Casino and Hotel. Follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and Google, and coming soon to YouTube. Today's show is presented by Bentley Online Sportsbook. Download the Bentley Online state-specific sportsbook app today from the Google Play or Apple App Stores. Now here are the hosts of the show, Moneyline Mark.
I'm not a smart man.
And Point Spread Shane.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Hey everybody, welcome.
Well, that was hard cut, sorry.
That was hard cut.
Yeah.
That's still good. Welcome to the Odds Brothers, everybody, episode 21 on a Friday, October 7th. Going into week 5 of the NFL season, week 6 of college football. And you know what Fridays mean, folks. We take out all your top 25 college football action, give you your thoughts. Everybody's favorite game in America to play and lose to the pros. It's called the Pick Six. So far, we've escaped with just $25 last week to our last contestant.
Yes.
And I'm getting those printed right now.
Okay, sweet.
So they won't have to wait long.
Counterfeit?
Hope not. Before we get underway today, as always, we encourage you to go ahead and download the Bentley app if you have not yet. It'll allow you to make your bets mobily anywhere within the state of Arkansas. Or if you're in Tennessee, there's a Tennessee version of the app. Same thing, sign up. We got a little special promo for you there, Mark. What do you got?
All right, so what we have is a, nope, not
That's
that
not
button.
it.
That's not it.
How about this one?
There you go. $250 risk-free first bet. You get up to $250 in your free bets if your first bet loses. This promotion is a risk-free bet for new patrons only who successfully create a new account on the Bentley Arkansas app at southlandbentley.com or online at the app that you use in Arkansas or Tennessee. Patrons who make a cash deposit and place their first wager will receive a free bet equal to the amount of the first cash wager up to $250.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. All right,
Not bad.
The best part about this is you can do it in both states. So if you want to create an account over here, you can. $250 risk-free first bet.
Right.
Go over to Arkansas, camp out in that Bass Pro parking lot like everybody used to do before Arkansas had an app.
That's right.
Look like, man, Bass Pro's really busy. Now just a parking lot at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Waiting to get those NFL actions in. All right, so there you are for the Bentley app. Now, before we get into our sweet treats and bad beats for today, we would like to introduce our guest today, Mark, and why don't you get the presence to do that?
All right. No, we didn't even get to talk before on air. Do you want your full name disclosed or not?
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Mr. Daniel Foster, congratulations on coming up to the show with us today.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Great having you on today. Daniel will be our Pick Six contestant to pick as the average Joe versus the pros.
Average Joes are kicking our butt, so...
they're there. Especially him. He gets 2 points a week. That's
2 points a week. That's all I'm going to
Either
get.
his lock or he gets 2 teams out of 6 right. That's
so
it.
Your goal should be just to beat 2 points, and you're going to get a minimum $25 food comp.
I got you.
All right. Also, we got a T-shirts underway whenever they come.
That's right. We'll get you a shirt.
Supply chain issues we're hearing. I don't know if that's right or not.
That's right.
All right. Before we get to that, though, every week, Mark would like to...
Hold on a second. Before we get going on that.
You got something else?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
Well, the folks don't know. I know because I see him every day. But you got to tell us who's your favorite NFL team.
Dallas.
Dallas
Oh, my
Cowboys.
God. I know I liked him from the moment he walked on stage.
How about them boys?
They're doing good now. We'll talk about that game. A lot of people are going, oh, you hope Dak don't come back or any of that, and because of the way Cooper Rush has been winning games. But he's come close to throwing a few pick sixes on us as the starting QB, but can't. For a backup QB, he's done pretty well, wouldn't you say?
He doing good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hold on. I got a little ahead of myself.
He did get excited.
I got ahead of myself. My bad.
All right. Let me know when you're ready to roll there. Sweet treats and bad beats.
Sweet treats
Mark
and bad beats are coming up, huh?
Yeah, where he chose you a big cashing ticket that happened. And Daniel and I today will get to guess how much that one paid. And then, of course, the bad beat is somebody came awfully close to
just
collecting a good one. And we'll also guess what they could have won but instead the sportsbook kept.
There's a good chance he may know one of these.
Just by the details, huh?
Well, yeah, he might. He knows a lot of folks in this sportsbook, so very well could.
All right, you ready?
I don't mention any names, but he may know.
Let's get this baby
I'm
underway.
ready.
It's Sweet Treats and Bad Beat time.
Maybe.
And for Moneyline, Mark to dig deep into his brain
That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
and give you this week's sweet treats
Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
and bad beats
Oh, that didn't pan out.
in the world of sports betting.
Oh, my goodness. I love that one. When you get a chance to see this, make sure you go to YouTube and
go,
see that
go
one.
on
You'll
YouTube
love
and check that out. You'll love the little bit there. All right.
All right, let's get our sweet treat for this week.
All right, sweet treat. Someone here at Southland listened to the podcast on Monday
Oh, boy.
where we talked about the Thursday game.
Oh,
All right, so they listened to Shane because they didn't listen to me. And they bet the Monday game, a two-team same game parlay. They bet $1,550
$15.50. All
on a
right.
two-team same game parlay. They did the under 20.5 first half,
Yeah.
and then they did the Denver Broncos first half money line. Now, I didn't catch the odds on that because I was running a little behind today, but it's going to make it tougher for you. $15.50, so that's a winner. Two-leg parlay, first half. So they sort of listened to you. You said all game, but that's what you had. You had under and you had Broncos winning.
Yeah, unfortunately, Broncos didn't win.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or are you talking about the previous week?
No, I was talking about this
'Cause I was
one.
going to say they lost there, too.
Yeah.
All right, $15.50. Both of these are probably, well, the money line on the Denver game was probably a little worse than 110. It was probably like I would guess a minus 120, 130 money line, and the under first half 20.5. It's probably a minus 110. Let me say the total value of this bet. Let's see.
It's like
Get
the Price
that
is
back,
Right.
2000. Let me go $3,200.
$3,200 for the Showcase Showdown. Mr. Foster, what do you say?
So you ready? 1550.
$15.50.
I say probably around about 48.
48.
4,800. So the actual retail cost of this two-team parlay was, Mark?
46.
Oh, my God.
17.
I mean, how the heck does it do that when both of these had to be negative odds, I would guess?
Yeah.
At $50, more money.
Yeah, but I figured even if you took $15.50 out, which you get back, obviously, if you win the bet, you get your base back. So you're saying to me that in addition to that, he got $3,300 basically on top.
Yeah.
That just seems unreal to me.
Double your money.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No.
All right.
All right, now for the bad beat.
That's right.
Let's see.
This is what I like to play right here.
All right.
This guest bet $3.
Oh, jeez. $3. Alan Harrell?
I can't get this one.
Yeah, Alan Harrell bet this one. I'm going to guess. All right.
All right. $3 on a 9-leg parlay.
Oh, my goodness. 9 legs. Okay.
These games are from yesterday. So they had the under 219 points on the Miami Heat and Brooklyn Nets, and the odds were minus 110. I will give you the odds on these. The Columbus Blue Jackets money line at St. Louis Blues, minus 240. The under 210.5 on the Orlando Magic at San Antonio Spurs at minus 110. The Florida Panthers puck line, plus 1.5 at the Tampa Bay Lightning at minus 200. The Minnesota Timberwolves money line at Los Angeles Lakers, minus 280. Under 214 on that same game, and the odds were minus 110. Then they did the Miami Heat point spread plus 4 at the Brooklyn Nets, which was another minus 110. The over 5.5 on the New Jersey Devils at the New York Islanders at minus 115. And then the piece they lost, San Antonio Spurs money line plus 130.
Plus 130.
Yes, 9-legger. How much would they have won? Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
So this is interesting because the way this was going, I see a lot of these parlays come through where they take every favorite known to mankind, or at least no long shots, and try to roll it into something big, and then that plus 130 is what ended up getting them.
That's right.
Yeah.
So this could have paid
Woulda, shoulda,
for
coulda.
$3. $3. How about $1,200?
$1,200. Look at Daniel. You missed the expression.
Did I?
Yeah.
No way?
No way.
No way. What's this pay then? Or what would it have paid, I should
Right.
say.
Sound like you should have paid around about $3,900.
$3,900.
$3,900. The actual retail cost of this losing ticket could have been
$943.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
see. Let's go back. You want to give me that look again? I'm actually usually pretty bad at guessing these things. But
Oh, man.
I tend to overinflate them, so I started going on the underside a lot, and that one just seemed like it would be a $1,000 give or take. I added a couple $100 for good luck.
Man,
I know. How about that?
I stay away from 9 legs.
Yeah, that's a long
Yeah, so
hope and a prayer.
Oh, by the way, we forgot this one. So the one that paid $4,800, I guess that's good for one show me the money, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, it's good enough. Go ahead.
All right. There you go.
What about the one for
Oh, yeah, the one that just ended up taking the 1 plus 130
yeah.
and cost themselves $1,200.
Oh, you're using that one?
Oh, no, wait, we got another one, too.
Yeah, do the other one.
Hey, Mr. $3.19 parlay, you came close to hitting it. Maybe we should pay you.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Nope, not going to be able to do it.
Do you recognize that voice?
Nope.
No?
So I got a question, Daniel, and maybe you, if you don't mind sharing a little bit of insight, not necessarily your picks. Like, do you have a pretty much a strategy when you go in and bet that it's going to be you say I don't do 19 parlays, for instance. Do you sit there and go, if I do parlays, there may be 3-4 teams max, or if I'm going to put something together, I got to at least receive X in return? Like, when you look at all the lines and figure out how you're going to structure your bets, what's the keys to doing that?
Making my money work. Like, I can put $100 on a 2-game parlay. Say I take Ja Morant on his assist, and then turn around and pick a baseball game that's in the midst of winning. And that ticket will pay me $800 off a $100 bet. Now, if I come in before, I find 3 games, 5 at the most, and put $25 or $50 on there, break $100 and try to get 4 bets, or break $100 and get 2 bets. 2 teams. Two tickets.
Okay.
So basically, I just try to make it make sense.
So for you, you need like a 4 or 5 multiple on it in order to make sense. Is that basically what you're trying to do?
Yeah, you got 6, 7, 8, 9 legs. There's too many people controlling your money.
I got you. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, we see a lot of folks that want to try to hit that huge ticket and don't realize how hard it is. When if you turn 20 into 200, what's wrong with that on a day, right?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's my dad used to do the same thing in horse racing. He was just an exacta player.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me the whole time that he was doing it, if I leave with my beer paid for, my program paid for, and $80 in my pocket, if I do that 3-4 times a week, I make a decent living on that.
Yeah.
But nope, trifecta, superfecta, stuff that are hard to hit, and before you're broke.
You broke.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's interesting because you see a lot of different strategies out here. You ever do round robin type bets? No.
No.
I tried to dabble in that for 2 weeks and decided I better shut that spigot off real quick.
I found out betting live is the best way to make some money.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, good. I know that's becoming more and more popular, betting live. They also, you might be interested in this. So they were looking at the next big thing in sports betting, right? Like, okay, so we got live action. They were looking at creating your own prop that would end up being, it'd have to be before gameplay. It wouldn't be in gameplay. Well, let's say last night, for instance, you just wanted to say, I think there's going to be 7 field goals made. That you, even though it don't show up on the line, you are able to submit that prop, and a automatic odds line will come at you if you wanted to accept it or not. So it's not just limited necessarily to the stuff you see on the screen or thing. If you have a weird one like Russell Wilson throws 2 picks, 7 field goals, and both teams don't score 20, and you throw that together, in theory, an algorithm in a computer runs it in the background and gives you an odds that you could take. That would be like the next best thing where you create your own.
That'd be great.
Yeah, have you ever seen something like, man, this needs to be a prop. I love it, and you don't find it anywhere, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, good deal. Speaking of props, we got plenty of them here. We're going to go into, I think, the NCAA action, right?
Yep, I think so.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take these games on Saturday. We got a few Friday on the special one here. The first one, though, is a Saturday game. We got number 8 Tennessee, surprisingly, at least to me, undefeated at this point. They're at number 25 LSU. Welcome to the rankings, LSU. They're 4-1. Tennessee on the road is favored by a field goal. The over/under 65. You got a feeling on that at all, Daniel?
I'm taking Tennessee. And
You're going to take Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm taking Tennessee, and I believe they're gonna punish LSU.
Punish. Yeah. All right. This sounds like a straight up. You're going to use alternate line? Would you give 7?
No, I bet on the money line. Then I put another ticket as far as the fact of I go with the over and turn around and pick Tennessee to cover the spread.
Okay.
Yeah. All three.
All three.
All
Mark,
three. Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm going with Tennessee all the way. Remember what I said? Someone's got to beat them. That's
You're
not
right.
going to be LSU.
I don't think so either. Although I will say this, it might get interesting. I don't know about the blowout here, but Tennessee's offense is legit. LSU's can score too. So if I bet anything on this, I'm going over. I like the over in this game, but not by much. Arkansas, the Woo Pig Sueys at 3-2. They go to the team that I just can't see why they're 4-1 is Mississippi State. Not only that, but they're ranked as well. Mississippi State now is favored by 9 with an over/under of 58. What do you think of that one, Daniel?
Arkansas keep beating themselves. Mississippi State might pull this off. So I take Mississippi State.
Mississippi State, huh?
I
Marcellus?
also take the over.
And the over. I'm taking Mississippi State. I don't think Arkansas is going to do it.
I don't think Arkansas.
Hang on a second.
Not gonna be able to do it.
There you go.
I'm going to go ahead and take Arkansas on the points. I don't think they win the game, but it's almost desperation time in Fayetteville.
Wow.
That Alabama game was within, 5 or 6 midway through the third quarter and got away from them pretty dang quick. They should have beat A&M in Dallas. Now it's 3-2. You don't want to go 3-3 anymore. I think they buck up, but Mississippi State might be for real at home to hold on and win, though.
All right.
All right, TCU. They're number 17 in the country, undefeated, and this one just blows me away here. Kansas, usually known for basketball, they're 5-0, and they're 19th in the country. For the second week in a row, Kansas not getting any love. They're a 7-point underdog at home, over/under 69. So
boy.
what do you think there, Daniel?
I take the under, and I take TCU to win.
TCU to win and the under. All right,
Wow.
Mark?
This is tough. To me, this is tough. I went against Kansas last time, I believe.
Yeah, you did.
And lost. So, all right. Well, I'll go I'll go with Kansas this time, and I'll probably get beat again.
Yeah, that's how it works.
These are close teams.
TCU's offense is for real. Kansas has not seen this all year yet, and I think they get overwhelmed by it eventually. So I'm going to lay the 7, take TCU, and I think that Kansas ain't going to be able to do a lot of scoring. I think this is a 38 or 42 to 17 type of game.
Wow.
So it finishes in the 50s somewhere. That's my guess.
Under.
Yep. All right, number 4, Michigan, 5-0. They're at Indiana, 3-2. Indiana had the pleasure of losing to your Nebraska Cornhuskers last week, Mark.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
All right, Michigan, minus 22.5 on the road, over/under 59.5. What's the initial thoughts there, Dan?
I take the 0 points.
You'll take those points?
Yes.
All 22.5?
All 2022.
All right.
Stand under.
And under.
And
he
under.
says.
Wow.
What do you like, Mark?
I'm going Michigan. Someone's got to beat them.
Laying
Until
the
then.
points. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I know Indiana's standing to get one of their 2 star wide receivers back, but I think it's a slow grind. They couldn't stop Nebraska's ground game very well. Michigan's got a much better one. So, yeah, Michigan slowly grinds us out. Covers probably by 27, it would be my guess.
All right.
And the over-under, I'm not touching that. I think that's probably right about where it's going to land. All right, 1:30 game. There's one of them. South Florida 1-4 at number 24 Cincinnati. Welcome back to the rankings there, Bearcats. Cincinnati almost 4 touchdowns to the favorite here. Over under a 59. That's a lot of points, Daniel.
Yeah. With this game right here, you just got to stay with the over and under. And I say under. South Florida will have to give you at least around about 21, 28 points.
Yeah, and you know what that means.
Not going to be able to do it.
That's right. That's right.
What do you got, Mark?
I'm going South Florida. Give me those points.
You're going South Florida those points?
Yep. I want them. I don't think they're going to cover that. I don't think Cincy's going to cover that.
Yeah. I don't think so either. I think they get close. Then they lay off the gas, and then they get that crappy touchdown at the end that gets the backdoor cover for South Florida. But I'm with you. I like the over-under better than anything, and I like the under. I don't think South Florida's going to score much, and Cincinnati's going to lay about probably a 42-burger on them. My guess.
Wow.
2:30 games. Auburn 3-2 against number 2 Georgia. Georgia ended up beating Missouri last week, although barely, and that cost them their number 1 spot in the polls. So do you think they're a little mad right now? They are almost 30-point, 29.5-point favorites. The over-under 49.5, Daniel. That's a lot of MAC. Lay down there.
I would take this game over.
Okay.
And I would take Auburn to cover those 30 points.
Yep, I got you. Mark, what do you like?
I'm going Auburn as well. Georgia's. I know that they're undefeated, but they shouldn't be after that last game. They look like a bucket.
I actually thought there was a good chance they were going to get beat.
Yeah.
And I remember when we talked, Missouri plays them tough for whatever reason, but that was a little tougher than I thought they were going to put up a fight. Yeah, I like Auburn. They're still an SEC school, for crying out loud. I don't know. Georgia is mad, but I don't think they dump truck them by 30. Nah. And I like the over as well, so that's where I would go. Auburn plus the points. Georgia will win this game and then go over. Probably the most interesting game on the slate will be number 11 Utah at 4-1 at number 18 UCLA 5-0. I would have lost my house if you said UCLA was going to be undefeated to this stage. Utah, though, on the road is still favored by 3.5, and the over/under 64.5. What do you like there, Daniel?
This is the game I stay away from.
Yeah. Yeah, you just don't know what's going to happen here,
He's like,
do you?
nah.
Number's tricky.
All right.
Stay away from it.
Mark.
I'm going UCLA. I agree. It's going to be a tough game. I mean, obviously the line's minus 3.5, but I'll go UCLA.
Yeah, I would take the home team with that half. I hate that half a hook. If I'm giving it, I'd rather be 3 or less. That half point and a 3 in a field goal in a football game.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And I think this goes over.
Oof, it's over 64.5.
Neither one of them really have a defense, but they both have pretty prolific offenses. If you look at what they're doing nationally, they rank in the top 15 for scoring. And you could check out the first couple of cupcake games out of the way, and they're still rolling some points up. So it's going to be you're going to have to wait till the fourth quarter to get there, but I think they get there. I think this is a 40-35, 38-31 type of game.
All right.
Texas Tech 33-2 at number 7 Oklahoma State. If you figured somebody was going to be ranked that high in the state of Oklahoma, I didn't think it was going to be them.
Me neither.
Oklahoma State's favored by 9. The over/under a Madden-like 68.5 points. I know.
Yeah, I would go with Oklahoma State, and I'll put them on the points.
Would you?
All
right.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Yep.
definitely under.
And under. All right.
Under.
I'm going Oklahoma State. Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma State at home. I think they win by probably around 17 points, give or take a couple. I don't like that 68.5, though. They tend to kind of put it in slow roll mode in that fourth quarter. Oklahoma State does. So they get that big lead early. They're just going to roll it out of there with a run game and try to bleed that clock out. 3 p.m. games. Number 9 Ole Miss is undefeated at 5-0. They're at Vanderbilt 3-2. So Ole Miss 17-point favorites on the road. Over under a 61.
Ole Miss to win this game. Vanderbilt putting up points. I don't see it, so I say it go under.
You say it goes under. All right.
I'm going Ole Miss. They continue their undefeated streak.
So they cover?
They cover.
All right, I go Ole Miss. I think they cover too, but they don't blow anybody out, so don't expect you to be able to turn off this TV at halftime. I just don't They just cannot put anybody like solidly away. But Vanderbilt, I don't think they can keep up either. So, yeah. Actually, I like the under in this game, too.
All right.
Sneaky under. 21 Washington at 4-1 at Arizona State, who sucks. Washington is 2 touchdown favorites on the road here.
Tell us how you really feel.
Over under a 57, Daniel. What do you think?
Blowout.
Blowout. See?
I'm taking Washington and under.
Washington and under. Marcellus?
I go Washington all the way.
Yeah, I like Daniel's call there on the under, too, because I think there's only one team that's going to be scoring here. And that is not going to be Arizona State. So I see this game being 42-7, something like that at the end. Number 3, Ohio State. Talk about somebody likes a dump truck, people. They're 5-0, ranked 3rd in the nation at Michigan State, who after last year, you could say it's been disappointing so far at 2-3. Ohio State is almost 4 touchdowns favorite on the road, over under a 65. Woo! What do you like on that one?
I take it over because Michigan State they might give you 17 points, and so Ohio State gonna give you what? They gonna give you 50 something.
50 something, yeah, 50 burger or something. Yep.
Yeah.
So you got over and you got Michigan covering, right? Or I'm sorry, Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State covering. All right,
Whew.
Mark.
I'm going Ohio State. Does that mean you're going to take Michigan State since you kind of Freudian slipped that one?
That 4 touchdowns is a bunch. They're on the road. Ohio State's been doing a lot of their dump trucking at home lately. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure if this is their first away game. It seems like they've been playing in Columbus all year.
Think so.
I think it's a dogfight early, and then Ohio State grinds them out. But I'm going to go ahead and take Michigan State plus to 27, thinking that this is a backdoor cover late. Ohio State wins by like 21-24. That's a lot of points for a Big Ten game. Like Michigan State's not a real great team, but they're not Rutgers and they're not Indiana's and they're not Nebraskas.
Right.
Put it that way.
All right.
6:30 game. South Carolina 3-2 at number 13 Kentucky. Lost a hard one last week at 4-1 now. Kentucky 6.5 point favorites, 46.5. That seems like an awful small over-under here for an SEC game. What do you think, Daniel?
Kentucky with the over.
Yeah, Kentucky, and over.
Yeah.
Nice.
A double helping of Kentucky.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Kentucky. Yeah. I think they lost last week. I think they're coming back with a little something with being at home.
Yeah, they're at home. They're a little mad.
Yeah.
I think they rout South Carolina, and I think it's over as well. Yeah. It might be over by Kentucky by themselves. I think they scored 38-40 of that over themselves. I think they're going to lay it on someone. Washington State 4-1 at number 6 USC at 5-0. But that 5-0 after last week cost this guy a little bit of money. USC now 13-point favorites at home, over under of 65.5 here. Where are you leaning on the Trojans game there, Daniel?
I take USC for the game, and I take Washington State to cover those points.
Washington State. All right.
Oh, all right.
Mark.
I'm going USC. Got to beat them. It's going to be a good game, but I'm going USC. They're being at home. Number 6. There's number 6 for a reason.
Yeah. I think USC covers, but you're going to wait till the end to get that. I kind of like the under here after what I saw last week.
No.
I think this game's in the mid to high 50s, but I'm not sure it gets there. Kansas State. I can't believe this team's ranked 4-1. They're at Iowa State 3-2, who lost to Kansas last week. Kansas State is on the road, though, favored still by 2, and the over-under of 45. For a Big 12 game, I don't think I've ever seen an over-under this low. What do you like, Daniel?
I like the upset.
Oh, upset watch.
Yeah. I like Iowa State.
Iowa State, all right.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to go Iowa State as well. They're at home. I do think they beat Kansas State. Kansas, they got beat by Kansas, but Kansas is a much better team than Kansas State, in my opinion.
Much better, huh?
Well, better than Kansas State.
Yeah, I've not been a Kansas State fan all year. I'm not going to start now, so give me Iowa State. And if I'm betting this game, I don't think that 2 points is material enough. I'd probably take Iowa State in the money line just to get a little more juice on my money. Mm-hmm. And the over-under, I think it does go over, though. I don't see either one of these teams having spectacular defenses. Let's put it that way. I think that over-under is a little tainted by last week's Iowa State-Kansas game.
All right.
Yeah. All right. BYU, 16th in the country and 4-1 at Notre Dame, who is unranked at 3-2. But guess what?
What?
Notre Dame is favored.
Yes.
3.5 at home. Over under a 51. Daniel, you buy those Golden Domers yet?
Yeah, I take that game over. And I take BYU to come out with the win.
Oh,
BYU the win.
Oh, BYU.
And the over on the game, Mark.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going Notre Dame. I'm going to give me those. Oh, I guess I'm giving up those points.
Yeah,
Never mind. I'm still taking Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Not gonna be able to do
we're not
it.
going to be able to give you any points, Mark. There ain't no way. BYU is a team Mark and I have talked about where BYU is similar to Ole Miss. They win, but they never look impressive. Like, they just don't seem to dominate anybody in their wins. Notre Dame's got some struggles, though. So I get BYU. I'll take the 3.5, but I could see Notre Dame squeaking this out at the end.
Right.
By a field goal. And I'm going to go just barely over. Army 1-3 at number 15 Wake Forest. That's my favorite team of the year. Wake Forest at home is 17-point favorites here. The over-under is 65.5, according to the Bentley Sportsbook.
I take Wake Forest with the points, and then I take the under.
The under, all right?
All right, I'm going Wake Forest as well.
Yeah, I got the same thing. Wake Forest and under. I think
Yeah.
Wake Forest has done all the scoring.
Yeah.
So out of that 65.5, they might have 48 of it.
Yeah.
And Army will have 10.
3.
3, yeah. It's the new line, the alternate line, 3. Interesting game, number 5 Clemson, 5-0 on the road to Boston College. This isn't your Doug Flutie's team. 2-3 on the year for Boston College. Clemson, 20.5-point favorites on the road, 48.5 total here.
I buy that half.
You buy the half, huh?
Yeah, I buy that half.
Okay.
Definitely. And I take Clemson.
Take Clemson, all right?
Clemson.
Mark?
Now I'm going Clemson as well. They're undefeated. Boston College isn't going to beat them. At home, away, on the moon, I don't care.
In your backyard.
Right.
Yeah, Clemson pulled us out. But I think it's closer than you might expect. I don't think this is going to be like a 40-point whooping at all or 30-something. I think they're going to get by at 24-28 when you see the final score at the end. 7 p.m. games, Texas A&M. Ooh, dump truck
Number
alert. 3-2 on the year against number 1 Alabama.
There you
5-0.
go.
Alabama's 24-point favorites at home. The over-under is 51 here. How you feel about that Tide?
Texas A&M cover no points. And this game is going over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yep.
I'm going Alabama.
You're going Alabama.
Yep. I'll give up those 24, and I'll still win by
You
then.
want to roll Tide, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, 2 things here.
All right.
A&M bought a lot of players. I mean, NIL deals for a lot of players. This is not the way their season was supposed to go, and now I think they're in desperation panic mode here.
Yeah.
I think Alabama still beats them, but this game is not, I don't think, a 24-point spread. Not here. I know it's in Alabama, but I think this is more like probably a 2-touchdown to 17-point game when you look at it at the end of the day. And I'm with you. I think there's more than 51 points scored. There's got to be.
Yeah.
So give me the over in that game and give me A&M and the 24 points. Florida State, we talked about this. They're 4-1, not 4-10. So they're 4-1. They're at 14. North Carolina State, also 4-1. North Carolina State favored by a field goal. 50.5 on that over-under. What do you like there?
Since they by 3, I take North Carolina State on the money line.
Money line on North Carolina State. All right, you don't need no freaking points.
I'm going North Carolina State, too, because I do believe that typo might be a sign
Yeah.
on
That
Florida
typo?
State. Yeah, the 4-10.
4-10. Yeah, I like North Carolina State at home as well. 50.5. Give me over. Give me over that.
All right.
8 p.m. game. Number 12 Oregon, the Ducks on the road to Arizona. This is a little better than the Arizona State team we talked about, but Oregon's favored by 13. Look at this Madden score. 70.5 over under. Like, defense is optional here.
Yeah, give me I take Oregon with the points.
All right. And then what would you even go over that? Like,
No, I don't. I haven't really seen Arizona, so I can't say Arizona going to give me 21 points.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go Oregon, and I don't do many over-unders, but I'd go under.
Yeah, I would go under just for the sheer fact of, really?
That's
Like,
a lot.
That is a lot. That's like realizing a shootout all game long, and I haven't seen Arizona score that much at all. All right, other notable games because I had to. Mark's favorite, the Nebraska Cornhuskers on the road at Rutgers. Nebraska's actually favored on the road by 3 here, 50.5 the over-under, Mark. So let's let you go first on this one. So this is your favorite team.
Well, they're not going to get to 500, so I'm going Rutgers.
You're going Rutgers. What do you think?
I'd take Rutgers, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait
That's
a
right.
minute.
Yeah, get the applause. There you go.
Mark's new friend there. He took Rutgers. I got to take Rutgers, too. Once again, you got to show me. That game against Indiana was out both of their top 2 wide receivers in the game, and Nebraska still did Nebraska things. Fumbling, bad clock management, sketchy play calls. Rutgers is a little better, in my opinion. Not much, but a little better in Indiana. Friday night. That's a Friday night game, by the way. Also tonight, Houston 2-3 at Memphis. They're 3-2 across the river. Memphis is a 2.5-point favorite here at 57.5. Daniel, got any thoughts on the Tigers?
Memphis scoring. So I say this game will go over, and I take Memphis on the money line.
Okay, Memphis money line, he says. You're not going to give no points there, Mark.
No, I'll go Memphis. I think they cover.
Yeah, 2.5. Why not? I'll go Memphis covering this game, and I think it goes over, too. Houston has been able to score. They just can't stop anybody, which is perfect for Memphis.
Yeah.
All right, Saturday, the 11 a.m. game. Now, if I told you neither of these teams would be ranked at this point, Texas and Oklahoma, and they're both 3-2 already. Texas, to boot, is a 9-point favorite over OU. Tell me the last time you've seen that. It might have been the Vince Young era. 65.5 the over-under, Daniel.
Sound like nobody have any defense.
You would be correct, sir.
Yeah, so
When it comes to defense for these teams.
Not gonna be able to do it.
I say the game will go over,
All right.
and I pick Texas.
Texas and over.
Texas,
All
huh?
right.
I'm going with the hometown of. I'm going with the Oklahoma Sooners.
See, I thought last week when they got embarrassed at home by Kansas State, I thought they're going to lay a whooping and get right. And then, no, TCU went ahead and said, hold my beer.
Yeah.
You thought Kansas State whooped you.
Yeah.
Wait till we're done with you. Now you're at home. I'm going to take those 9 points. And this, to me, is going to be one of those where these teams should score a lot, but for some reason will not. So I'm going to go under on this game. 28-24, 28-17, something like that.
All right.
All right. I like that. All right.
All right.
All right, NFL games real quick. Last night, if you stayed awake,
I couldn't.
Indianapolis Colts out-field goaled the Denver Broncos 12-9, and guess what? That took overtime to do. Broncos had a 4th and 1 at the 5. They could have kicked the field goal and tied it up and then seen what happened. But nope, they decided to throw a pass like Pete Carroll called the play again from the Super Bowl. And it was batted away, and that was the end of the game. So the Broncos now fall to 2-3. Denver was a 3 to 3.5 point favorite. The over/under was 42. I don't know who set that line, but medical cannabis is only legal in so many jurisdictions. you got any thoughts on what you hopefully didn't watch too much of last night, Daniel? I mean, is that the way you figured it was going to go?
No, I didn't. It looked like a junior high school football game.
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. That last play, I would have kicked the field goal.
I would have too.
And then you had 4 minutes left in the game.
Yep.
Hopefully your defense can stop them.
Yep.
And then you can turn around and kick another field goal.
Kick another field goal. No, exactly. I don't. This guy Nathaniel Hackett has made some just strange, oddball decisions.
Yeah.
On when to go for it, when to not go for it, when to call timeouts at Seattle, for crying out loud. The first game of the year, let 50 seconds down to 20-something call before you call a timeout, and then you go ahead and kick a 60-some-yard field goal instead of letting Russell Wilson go for it on 4th and 4. Yeah. But no, not here. Not when you had a chance to just tie the game up and go, because Indianapolis wasn't like they were running roughshod last night.
Mm-hmm.
No, we'll go for it. Get it over with.
And they just switched it up. I believe that sometime soon somebody should be getting fired.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You paid way too much money for a quarterback.
Right.
You're not even utilizing his speed on most plays. You want him standing in that pocket.
Well, and then Russell Wilson right before the 2-minute warning, you could have gone up 6. No,
Yep.
You had the field goal in the bag, and he throws a pick in the end zone right before the 2-minute warning. I just, that quarterback, are you serious?
Trying to force it.
He was trying to be a hero. Instead, he got a better luck next week. All right, I don't like these games, but we're going to go through these and give us our thoughts here. The Giants take on the Packers in London. It's an 8:30 game Central Time here. Green Bay, I would have figured this would have been more, quite frankly. They're favored by 8. The over-under is 41. What are you liking that one, Dan?
I like the over. Yeah.
I like the over, okay.
Yeah. New York going to come out the Wildcat. You know, they going to go right back into the Wildcat and run the ball with Barkley.
Okay.
So Green Bay got to stop Barkley. Yeah.
That's about it. I don't even know if we know who's quarterbacking the Giants yet. What do you like, Mark?
I'm going with the Giants.
You're going with the Giants to win?
To win it. Yep. I think that plane trip for the old man going over the ocean is going to be too much for him.
My goodness, Mark. Mark going to New York Giants money line. Got to be a plus 450 or something crazy like that. He don't even care if there's a quarterback.
Nope. I don't.
The Steelers, speaking of not caring there's a quarterback, Mike Tomlin said, I've had enough Trubisky. But, Mr. Pickett, this is the Buffalo Bills you're about to see for your first start. 1-3 against the Bills. It was 3-1. Buffalo 2-touchdown favorite here. Over under 46.5, Daniel.
I'd take the over, and I'd take Buffalo to cover those points.
Ooh, you're going to lay those 2 TDs, huh?
Yeah. Buffalo definitely going to do that.
What's your gut tell you the final of this will be? If you think it's over, because that means...
I mean, Pittsburgh may give you 17.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got to say it's definitely going over. So, I mean, Buffalo going to give you what? About what?
30-something?
Maybe 4 touchdowns and then a couple field goals. So.
All right. All right. I'm going to go Buffalo as well. I think they win it. I think Pittsburgh has no chance. I don't care who you put in the quarterback in this game for Pittsburgh.
Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky,
What?
Bubby Brister.
I don't care.
Huh?
I don't care.
All 3 of them.
That's right.
All 3 of them at the same time. Yeah, line them up with the Wildcats. See what
That's
you got.
right.
That's a lot of points for an NFL game. I mean, Buffalo should cover this. But for some reason, the Steelers play them good.
That's
They're
right.
motivated for them. They beat them last year on opening day that nobody thought was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't see it here, especially with rookie. I think the rookie's going to flash a couple of plays, but those turnovers are going to start steamrolling. You throw 3 picks like he did last week at home against the Buffalo Bills in their crib, and you're going to get your doors blown off. But I just still don't like that. Like, I'll go ahead and, for pick's sake, I'll take Buffalo to cover. And I like the under here because I just don't see the Steelers scoring much at all. All right, Chargers 2-2 at the Browns, also 2-2. The LA Chargers are 2.5-point favorites here, 47.5. What do you like there on the road?
You got to flip a coin.
Right.
Yeah, this game here, I stay away from it. But if I bet anything on this game, it'll be the under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The under, because you got a lot of running going on by the Browns, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Keeps the clock moving.
Yeah. I'll go with the Chargers because, I'm really not a fan of the Browns to begin with, but I'll go with the Chargers. But I do agree with Daniel. It's a coin flip. Flip that coin and see who's going to win. Mm-hmm. These teams aren't going anywhere. I don't expect them to make the playoffs.
Chargers have not looked good.
Nope.
Like, I know Keenan Allen's been out. I don't know if he's even going to be back for this game. Hadn't heard, but if Keenan Allen does not start and play, I think Browns will grind it out and win. Because Chargers haven't been able to stop anybody on the ground, and that's exactly what they love to do in Cleveland. So I like the under in this game because the time's going to keep going. I'll take Cleveland and lay the 2.5. The Bears, 2-2 somehow, are at the Minnesota Vikings, 3-1, and I'll go ahead and say it, somehow. Minnesota 7.5-point favorites, over under a 44 here. So I hate that half on the hook here, but I'd buy the half if I could. But in this game, we cannot buy halves. I'm
going with Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah, and I even also put them. They'll cover those points.
They'll cover the 7.5.
Yeah.
All right, Mark.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Daniel. I'm going Minnesota as well. They cover.
Yeah, at home. I
Yeah.
think they slowly steamroll the Bears. Bears will keep it close at half and make you wonder. And then the Vikings will end up scoring 21 in that second half and pull out with the win there. Detroit 1-3 at the Patriots 1-3 now. New England on their third string quarterback here is favored by 3, 45.5 the over-under. Yikes. Detroit, huh?
I take Detroit. Detroit is playing good ball. They just can't come up with the win. But I believe they'll beat New England.
All right.
Yep,
Mark?
I agree. I'm going with Detroit as well. The Patriots have way too many injuries to try to overcome on offense. I see the Lions doing it.
Detroit has the higher offensive power. Their defense just completely sucks, so this is a run fest. I like the under, believe it or not, in this game because it doesn't seem like anybody can score a lot of points against the Patriots. But offensively, if I had to do it, I'll take Detroit plus the 3. But I don't know. I could see a scenario where New England wins this game too, because Detroit does Detroit things. They just kneel down and you win. They score a touchdown, get the ball back to the other team, and they lose. They have a first surefire field goal and doink it off the upright. It's like for some reason that team is cursed from winning a game.
Something gonna happen.
Something gonna happen. All right, Seattle Seahawks. Talk about something gonna happen here. They're 2-2 at the New Orleans Saints, who are 1-3. New Orleans 5.5-point favorites here. The over/under 46 in their crib. Who do you like, Daniel?
New Orleans cover these points.
Yeah.
They need a win, and also they need a quarterback.
Yeah.
They
You
have
don't like
to
the Red
figure that-
Rocket?
Huh?
You don't like the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton?
No.
Yeah. No, he says.
Not gonna be able to do it.
That's right. What do you like, Mark?
I'm going to Saints as well.
Yeah.
I
Saints
think
all the
they
way
cover.
for me. I think they're due to put a little bit of a whooping on somebody, and I think this is the one. I think the defense holds Seattle pretty good, and they're not as prolific as they used to be, but I see this being like a 24-10 game, New Orleans. Miami Dolphins. Everybody's darling. 3-1 at the Jets. Jets, no defense. 2-2 on the year so far. Miami is a field goal favorite on the road with Teddy Bridgewater as your quarterback, more than likely anyway. Over under 46. What do you like here?
I take the under, and I still believe in Miami.
Still believe in Miami?
I still believe in Miami. Miami should come out and win this game.
They should, regardless who's QB, right?
Nah, as long as they got the 2 fastest wide receivers in the league, they good.
Yep. Mock.
I'm flipping the script. I'm going to go with the Jets, even
What?
though I don't like the Jets either with their no defense. But I do believe that being at home is going to make a difference against the Dolphins with their quarterback issue. We'll see.
We'll see, yes. Miami on the road. I would lay the 3 just because they got better offensive weapons, but to me, I like the over here a lot. I just do. I think
Is this
the
your
Jets,
pick of the week?
I don't know that that's my pick of the week, but I do think that they're going to surprisingly be able to move up and down on each other in this game for whatever reason. I see the Miami Dolphins scoring in the mid to high 20s, and I see the Jets following just behind them. So I don't see a blowout here either way. Atlanta Falcons, speaking of a blowout, 2-2 at Tampa Bay, 2-2. Buccaneers, they didn't look good for the second straight week, even though they scored points. But Tampa Bay, 9.5-point favorites at home. Over under 46.5. What's that tell you more about? How bad Atlanta they think is, or how all of a sudden great Tampa Bay is going to become?
I think they're looking at Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta defense, but Atlanta offense is pretty good, and they have a wide receiver is built like Debo, and he's running the ball. And by looking at them, I will go out on a limb and take Atlanta on this game because Brady he's talking about everybody, and that could be a good thing or that can be a bad thing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take Atlanta.
All right, Atlanta, Mark.
Atlanta. I'm going to go with Atlanta as well. I think Tampa wins the game, but not by 9.5.
Yeah, I see problems in Tampa. Their receivers are half practicing. So if they got their full squad out there, I could see Tampa grinding in this out. Where Atlanta's going to probably miss Cordell Patterson. Marcus Mariota, Tampa Bay needs to make a statement game.
But
I'm going to take it.
Isn't Brady hurt?
Well, he says he's going to play. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
That's what he says. You want to revise your pick?
One hit.
One hit. I'm going to go ahead and lay the points for the Buccaneers. They got to at least try to act like they're a contender again, and Atlanta's got the right recipe for that to happen. Tennessee Titans. They are on the road at the Washington Commanders, 1-3. Tennessee is a 1.5 favorite here, so not much. Over under a 43.
Under. And give me Tennessee.
Give Tennessee. All right. Marcellus?
Yeah, I'm definitely going Tennessee. All they need to do is run it. Run it against the Commodes. Just keep running it.
Yeah, anybody wants to tell me anytime that I have to take a Washington Commanders line,
Not going to be able to do it.
not going to be able to do it. Give me Tennessee. As a Cowboys fan, I can never pick Washington ever, ever, ever. All right, Houston Texans. Winless so far this year still. They're at Jacksonville. 2-2. Jacksonville's a touchdown favorite here. The over-under 43.5.
Houston was looking good before last game, so I'm going to take Jacksonville.
You just kind of threw a
was out of nowhere.
curveball.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, they,
I thought you were going to
good
take.
last game, so I'm going to take the other team.
yeah, give me Jacksonville.
All right, Jacksonville. Marcellus, who you got there?
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville as well. I don't think Houston's going to have their win game this game. They may have to wait and play Nebraska before they get a win.
We can schedule, I think, it's week 8. All right, I take Jacksonville here, too. They've been looking a lot better under Doug Peterson, and at home, I think that's the right cooking there for Texans. It's a divisional game, so I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think they covered a 7. All right, late afternoon slate concludes 3 games here. The 49ers on the road. They're 2-2 on the year so far at Carolina. Baker Mayfield's Carolina. 1-3 for the Panthers this year. San Francisco 6.5-point favorites on the road. Over-under. The lowest one on the week, 39.
49ers.
49ers.
And
All right.
I go on a limb. I say that game will go under. Yeah, I don't see the Panthers putting up 14 points.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think they've only went over that like twice out of their 4 games this year, I think.
Yeah, they're looking bad.
They're looking bad, yes. Mark?
I'm going 49ers as well. I'm not a big Jimmy fan, but I'm even less Baker fan as well. Baker Mayfield, don't like him.
Yeah, I think they grind them out. I mean, Cleveland was able to win there, and San Francisco's got a Cleveland-esque kind of game to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they got the defense that Baker just, I don't think, can overcome. So, yeah, I like the 49ers as well. Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, here we go.
Cooper Clutch. They're on the road to the Rams. Rams did not look good on Monday night. Actually got spanked pretty good. L.A., though, 5.5-point favorites at home. Over under a 43 here.
Defense looking good. So defense going to set the spark, So I'm going to take Dallas. And this game will go under.
Dallas and under. All right, Dallas and under he's got. Mark?
Wow, this just pains me. I'm going to have to. It's the 5.5 that worries me. If that line would have been like 3, I would have took Dallas.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go with Dallas, but only because I think the Rams win, but they only win by 3.
Oh, okay, so you're taking Dallas to cover but not win.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
I know I'm in rough territory right now between you two.
Well,
State money don't make money.
Right. Now, the one thing Dallas has been doing great on is pressuring quarterbacks, and guess what destroyed them Monday? The inability to protect Stafford. Now, offensively, is Cooper Rush in a position on the road to do some damage? If he can avoid turnovers, this is the key. If Dallas does not turn the ball over once, they win the game. I flat out think they win the game. If they fumble once, twice, or throw a couple of picks, I don't know if they can quite overcome that if they allow a scoring to happen.
I see they can't turn the ball over twice.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
Gallup is back. So, it's going to happen.
So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cowboys and the points just in case. I'll take the 5.5. Eagles, 4-0. They're only undefeated team in the NFL. They're at the Cardinals, 2-2 here. Philadelphia is a 5-point favorite on the road. The over-under is 49 here.
Philly is going down this week.
Oh,
Battle of the
my
Birds.
goodness.
Battle of the Birds.
Battle
he
of the
says.
Birds. Give me Philly, and this game will go under.
Give you Philly?
No, I'm sorry. Give me Arizona.
All right,
Oh.
give you Arizona. So
And-
you're going to take the 5 points here, or are you going to
Yeah.
go money line?
What's the odds on it? I take the better odds.
All right. You get better odds if you take Arizona.
I got
Money
Arizona.
line. All right. Mark?
Straight up.
Straight up. Woo-hoo.
Oh, my
Talk
goodness.
about alternate line.
That is something I definitely expected a Dallas fan to say. I'm going Philadelphia all the way. You got to beat them, and it's not going to be Arizona. The Dirty Birds, or I guess they're not the Dirty Birds. That's
Yeah.
the Falcons. My bad.
If this game happened about 3 weeks from now when Hopkins come back in the line, I think you might have a little something here. But Arizona just has not looked good at all. Okay, so you beat Carolina. All right. Everybody's going to do that for the most part. And it pains me because I am not an Eagles fan either, but I don't think this is the week they lose.
Oh.
I think they win by a touchdown here, or 7 to 10 points here. So give me Eagles, dang it. And hey, the worst thing that can happen is I'll be happy to be wrong. I'll be ecstatic to be wrong on that game.
I'm
But
hoping
your
you're
Cowboys
wrong.
still have to win.
I know. So wait until you see my picks.
Well,
I'm willing to sacrifice a
Boy,
pick here.
bet with your heart. Bet with your heart.
Bet with my heart. All right, Sunday night game real quick. We got the Cincinnati Bengals 2-2 at Baltimore Ravens. This should be a good game here. Baltimore is a field goal favorite at home, over under of 48.
I'm taking Baltimore. Lamar Jackson going to make a statement in this game by running, and this game will go over.
Game will go over. Okay. Marcellus.
I'm definitely going Ravens here. Ravens look good to me. Cincinnati's not bad either, but I think they're going to struggle with the Ravens.
They usually do on the road. Somehow they can play them good at home, but on the road they just get in their own way here. I'll take Baltimore as well and lay that field goal. Monday night game, interesting enough, the Raiders, this won't be available for pick six game here, but they're at Kansas City, 3-1. Kansas City's only a touchdown favorite, though. I thought it was going to be a little higher than this. The over-under is 51. What do you like there?
Kansas City and under.
Kansas City and under. All right.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City as well. The quarterback for the Raiders is 1-7 against the Chiefs, so prepare to be 1-8.
Yeah.
You're at home. Come on.
Now, the Raiders will play spirited, I think, because they're still kind of in desperation mode here, but their defense is not going to be able to keep up with Mahomes, I don't believe.
No.
Just at home, Arrowhead's a different monster for whatever the reason, but Raiders just can't seem to win there either. Now, the Chargers can. For whatever reason, the Chargers can win an Arrowhead, but just about nobody else in the AFC West can. All right, so that's your deal here. Let's get ready for you want to get ready for the pick six, right?
Something like that, yes.
All right, so here we are with the Pick Six game. Average Joes versus the pros. Mark and I are going against Daniel this week. Keep in mind, this is how we play. We'll pick 6 games from Sunday's slate. It could even be the Sunday night game, but it's got to be Sunday games. Then, everyone you get right will be with 1 point. Once we all pick, we'll have one lock out of those 6, and that lock or best bet will be worth double points, 2 for those keeping track at home. And we will go from there. Rules of the game, you got her? All right, so as the guest, Daniel, you'll get a choice. Would you like to pick first, second, or third in this rotation?
I pick second.
He'll pick second.
Who do you
All
want to
right.
pick first?
Well, of course, we'll have to go Mark, right? Because
Yeah.
That's
What
just how
the-
it works.
What the
we-
flippity flop? What's up with that?
All right. So let's see what Moneyline Mark has in store for us.
All right, let me get my Bentley app out right here. Let's see who I'm going to pick. Let's see. Let me go. Oh, I already made my picks, but I did take a screenshot of it. Whoop, whoop. Real quick. All right.
All right,
So
what do you got?
I'm taking the Green Bay Packers. And
Really?
There's an alternate line of +8.
+8.
Oh, wait. No, that's not it.
No, that's not it. Got to use the -8 line there.
Oh, darn it. And then I'm going with the Chiefs -7. I'm not sure if that's what you have on your sheet.
You're going with who?
The Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs.
Really? You want to take the L?
Oh, that's a Monday game, isn't it?
That is the Monday game. I'll be happy to give you the L, though. You want him in here?
No, we'll take that out.
Oh, okay.
Dang it. All right, we'll skip that. And we'll go to the Eagles.
So now he can't give me any crap anymore.
Dang it. Eagles -5. Well, you know, I'll still get 2 somehow.
Yep, somehow.
All right, you got that in there?
I do.
All right, let's go with the Jaguars. Jacksonville -7. Not sure if, like I say, I'm just reading these off of here. I'm not sure if they match what your sheet has there.
Let's see, Jacksonville. That's your, yeah, they're -7. You
All right. And then
Philadelphia's -5. You got that.
All right. Then I'm going the Buffalo Bills at -14.
Ooh, yeah, for the stomping.
Yes. And then the last, oh, that's not my last one. The Cowboys. Looks like I'm getting points with the Cowboys. Is that right?
That is right.
All
You're
right.
taking that 5.5?
Yeah, taking that 5.5. Now I got to go. I literally do have to pull up the app. And by the way, you can find the Bentley Sportsbook app now on Google Play. So you can go there and download it.
Would you like the sheets?
I don't need no stinking sheets. I've got the app right here in front of me.
Oh, okay.
I just got to make sure I don't scroll down to Monday's game. That's the problem. Whew,
You
boy.
said you like Baltimore. Like Baltimore?
I did. What's the spread on that?
-3.
-3?
Yeah.
Give me Baltimore -3.
All right, Baltimore -3 says I talked him into it like a salesman.
You did.
All right, so to recap Marcellus's pick 6 for this week, he's got himself Green Bay -8, Philadelphia -5 points, Jacksonville -7, Buffalo -14. There's the Cowboys at +5.5, and Baltimore is -3. So he took 5 favorites and 1 underdog this week.
That's right. And we'll get to our pick of the week here after we do all this. So don't tell us your pick of the week.
All right, so you say you wanted to go second. Average Joe Daniel. We're going to get him second here. So let me make sure I got you up on the queue. Make sure this is you. Nope, that's me.
That's you. Yep.
All right,
there
here
you
we
go.
go. We're ready for your pick 6.
All right, I'm taking Baltimore with 3.5.
Oh, wait a minute.
All right.
You only
Starting
get
off.
3, -3. You don't have to
Okay.
do the half.
All right. I'm taking.
Unless you want to lay extra.
Oh, no.
All right.
I take Buffalo with the 14.
Buffalo -14.
Give me Miami 3.5.
Ooh, all right. Is that right on the Miami line? -3 for Miami. All right.
-3. Okay.
You want to give more? We'll let you give more.
Oh, no,
That's
them
no
hooks
problem.
hurt.
All right.
Arizona +5.
Arizona, he
Ooh.
says. This would be a good one. I'll be happy if this actually comes through. Even if it costs $25 in food credit. All right.
And San Francisco 6.
San Francisco's. Now, let me
6.5.
ask you something. Yeah, so on the 49ers game, do you think this will be a blowout type of game or?
Yeah. Yeah. I believe they're gonna beat them more than a touchdown.
Okay. Seems like San Francisco's another one of those things that they're a different road. They're going to the East Coast, albeit it is a late game for them, so it's not a noon kickoff.
Yeah.
All right, your 6th and final team.
And
How about them Cowboys?
Let me get them boys.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me get them boys to cover them 5.
All right. So our average Joe, he's going to give you Baltimore -3, Buffalo -14 points, Miami -3, Arizona getting points +5 at home, San Francisco laying the 6.5, and Dallas. How about them Cowboys? Getting 5.5 to boot. I thought he might go money line on the alternate. All right, so that'll leave it just me now, right? Boy, I had to change tune, and probably shouldn't have, but I'm going to. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. You talk about betting the heart and the mind. I am going to take the Dallas game just to give you a preview here, but I was going to take Cincinnati in the late game just as a contrarian play, and then I thought twice about it. So what am I doing? That's not really what I'm thinking in my mind. I was just hoping, I guess. But Lamar Jackson, I think, is going to be too much for him at home.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
There I am.
There
Sorry.
you go.
All right. I'm surprised nobody took this. Maybe you don't feel it like I do, but I like the New Orleans Saints at home to get right. Whether it's the Red Rocket or Jameis Winston or otherwise, I think that 5.5 is a little light. So give me them at -5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So I'm going to end up with that. I just can't do Buffalo. I want to do Buffalo. Give me Tennessee. I like them on the road, giving that just 1.5 to the, that team. I won't say their name. So give me Tennessee minus 1.5. I do like Jacksonville laying the 7. I think that we pretty much all had that, if I remember right, or some of us did.
Not this guy.
You didn't like Jacksonville? Maybe you just picked them.
Yeah.
All right. Give me those Cowboys.
There you go.
I got it 5.5. I hope they win outright, but the defense is legit. I will say that. For some reason, can you cover Cooper Kupp? Anybody? Any defense figure this out yet? You think Trayvon Diggs will be on Cooper Kupp even a minute? Should be. I mean, come on, put your best player on there. All right, here's my kiss of death.
Come on, kiss it.
Philadelphia.
What the flippity flop?
Yeah, I'm going to lay the 5, and if I lose that bet, I'll still be happy.
Oh.
What? You don't like that one?
I don't like you picking it, no.
Oh, come on. And I like the Cleveland Browns at home.
There you go.
And they're going to be giving up the 2.5, or they're going to be getting 2.5 at home, and I like that a lot.
They're
So
going
there
to
you
need
go.
more than that.
New Orleans 5.5, Tennessee minus 1.5, Jacksonville minus 7, Dallas plus 5.5, Philadelphia laying 5, and Cleveland getting 2.5 at home. Those are the good ones.
Wow.
All right, so now same order. Out of the games you picked, who is your best bet of the day? Marcellus, you go first.
Really, and this is why I don't like you picking Philadelphia, because that's my pick of the week.
That's your best bet.
Yes.
Philadelphia laying the 5
And you
on
just
the road.
jinxed them.
I might have. Anything I can do, right? We got to jinx them birds.
Exactly.
All right, who do you got?
I got the Cowboys.
Yes.
Cowboys is your best bet.
Yes.
Laying the 5, huh?
Yes.
Or getting the 5.5. I'm
Getting
sorry.
the 5.5.
Yeah, getting points.
Getting points there.
Yeah.
I'm still not a believer at all. I'm going to take Tennessee on the road minus 1.5 as my best bet. So give me the Titans against the Washington Commanders. They are a mess. They may not have Curtis Samuel. They definitely won't have Jahan Dotson. That offensive line is horrid, and they can't stop the run. Guess what Tennessee does great? Run. So, yeah, give me that. And maybe I can lay the jinx there, too. And get them with the big old L. So those are your pick 6 selections for this week in the NFL. Speaking of promotions and all that stuff that we're doing, keep in mind, Daniel, that if you beat one of us, you'll get a $25 food credit. If you beat both of us, that's $50. And regardless of what happens, you're going to get that T-shirt when they come in.
Okay.
All
That's right. Regardless.
Wear it loud, wear it proud.
Gotcha.
All right. Mark, you got anything else before we send her home?
I do not. I do not.
Well, that's a good one. We'd like to thank everybody. Keep in mind, we do shows for the Odds Brothers here inside the Bentley Sports Bar inside Southland Casino and Hotel. We do them on Mondays and Fridays right around lunchtime. So if you're around, you can catch the show live. If not, we appreciate you listening or watching wherever you may be, getting your podcast, and, of course, the YouTube that we're on currently, right?
Currently. We have tens and tens of views.
Yes. Tens and tens of subscribers. Join the train while it's hot.
Uh-oh.
All right.
I got a little premature again. My bad.
Yeah, they got medication for that. All right, you ready?
I think so.
All right, let's get out of town, and we'll see you all
Thank you,
next
Daniel.
week.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having
Good
me.
luck to you.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to the Odds Brothers Podcast.
Are you not entertained?
Presented by the Bentley Sportsbook.
Hey, you want to make $14 the hard way?
Place your sports bets here from inside Southland Casino or from anywhere in Arkansas at southland.bentley.com.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click. It's real easy, man.
Be sure to follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and coming soon to YouTube. Keep in mind, in Arkansas, you must be 21 or older and located in Arkansas to bet. Please play responsibly. For help quitting, call 1-800-522-4700.